Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Evolving Vibes. Welcome back to the community for witches, pagans, spiritualists, and everybody in between. So today, we're going to be talking about the summer solstice. It's part of the wheel of the year for us witches, pagans, and Wiccans. And we're going to talk a bit about some of what we want to do with it and some of the thoughts and rituals that you can actually do. If you do like this video, be sure to watch it to the end, because at the end of the video, I will be discussing with you my next video and dropping some news as to what I'm going to be putting in that next video. I'm actually working on the edits now, and we should drop that by Wednesday. So hopefully I will see you then. So to begin with, I'm fresh off a psychic fair yesterday. I was actually doing a psychic fair the most of the day, and I actually met some of our new subscribers. So if I did meet you at the psychic fair and you did readings with me and you joined the community, welcome to the community. I do hope you like it. Be sure to leave in a comment what you think of the channel, as well as how you felt about the reading that we did yesterday. But for today, we're going to be talking about the summer solstice. Depending upon where you live, depends upon the date. So if you're in North America, it's actually June 21st. From a pagan standpoint, it can be anywhere between June 19th to June 23rd. It's all relative to each individual's practice. If you're in the southern hemisphere, i.e. Australia, that's actually December 21st. This month, and June 21st, the Southern Hemisphere is actually celebrating their winter solstice. So when we talk about the summer solstice, we're looking at the longest day. That's when the sun is at its peak. It rains down upon the earth for the longest period of time during the day. And night, obviously, is a bit shorter. But we celebrate it as pagans because the sun is at its peak. It's at its highest power. This is the time of the first harvest. So there's a celebration with a lot of the harvest that's actually come from the ground. So any type of greens, such as broccoli, as well as cauliflower, as well as lettuce, and a lot of other things such as that, get fit into the celebration and get fit into the feast of it. So the solstice itself is called midsummer by some pagan communities, and in Wicca it's considered Litha, L-I-T-H-A, and it's celebrated in a lot of the same manners as we celebrated Beltane. If you remember Beltane, we were celebrating it by jumping over a fire for luck and for fortune. As for midsummer, or the solstice, we do have a bonfire, and we do celebrate the light of the sun, the heat of the rays, as well as the energy and life that it gives to the earth. And in doing so, we leap over a fire again. This time it's for renewed purification, renewed luck, renewed energy. Now, some of the other things people do to celebrate the summer solstice, there's a lot of different things you can do. And I really do encourage everyone to make it their own individual practice as to how and what you want to do to celebrate it. But some of the things that you can do is put together worry packets. You take a little packet and you put lavender in there, other corresponding herbs that you feel are important to you. And as you're putting those into the packet, you put your worries into that as well. And then when you do celebrate that evening by having that bonfire, you take those packets, you put it in a fire, and you burn your worries into the universe, setting them free from what they can do to you, and moving forward in your day, in your life, and with a clear-headed mindset as to what you're going to do next, minus those worries. Some of the herbs that you can utilize for this pouch can be vervain, St. John's wort, chamomile, lavender, and any other type of herb that you feel is important, that you feel is going to represent getting rid of some of those worries, getting rid of some of those headaches or problems or issues that are going on in your life. Some of the magic that can be done utilizing the solstice is for love. And I'm not talking about love spells, so let's not get into that. That's a whole other topic. But renewing love, self-love, things of that nature. Along with that, weddings, peace of mind, getting rid of worries, as we said, renewing one's energy, developing energy that you need. Now that can be physical energy to get things done, but that can also be restructuring and renewing your magical energy to really get things done. That sort of thing. And as always, it's never something to forget. You can always do protective magic and protective rituals during the solstice. But let's remember too that you don't need a special day to start working on protection magic for yourself. If you feel you need protection magic, feel free to do it any day of the week, any time of the day. This is just a culmination of energy, whereas if you're going to do protective magic, obviously utilizing the solstice is going to give you an extra kick, just as if you were using the dark moon or new moon, or if you were using the full moon. Some of the decorations that are used, if you remember with Beltane, we use a lot of ribbons and such. For the solstice, some of the decorations that we use are obviously suns, but along with that, it can be ribbons, but mostly it's fruit, suns, strawberries, plants, trees, flowers, all of those things that do represent the summer, things that do represent the peak of the energy of the summer. Now, from a ritual standpoint, something that you can do is decorating your altar. I'm using a yellow altar cloth. Along with that, I'm decorating with some bright candles, yellows and pastel type colors. And I'm leaving an offering for the Fae, which is going to be a little bit of bread and some cream, because obviously Fae love cream. But it's a time to celebrate life. It's a time to celebrate the peakness of the world. So this is a good time for you to really do some reflective work, whether it be doing some shadow work, looking at oneself, looking at where you are right now compared to where you want to be, and setting some strong goals to get there, and putting into play some of the actions that are necessary to get to those goals, right? Because we can set goals all day long. We can do rituals all day long. But if we're not taking action and taking some responsibility from ourselves to get to that spot that we need to be at, to get to that area of the path that we want to travel to, it ain't going to work, because we're self-reliant. We're witches. We don't conform to most anything, but we take responsibility for ourselves. We take responsibility for our actions, but we also take responsibility for our successes and how we're going to get there. This energy of the solstice is certainly going to get us there and help us along the way, but it's still reliant upon us to do the hard work to push forward to get to exactly where we want to be. So when you look at the summer solstice, it's about balance. It's about the longest day, the shortest night, but it's about balancing energy within ourselves, but it's also about balancing and grounding ourselves. So doing grounding work is very important. Doing that self-work that we talked about is huge important. So it's a good time to meditate, do self-reflection. Like what I'm doing right now before work today, I'm spending some time outdoors, just embracing nature, just embracing myself, both my light as well as my shadow, and contemplating exactly what it is I need to do to move myself forward with where I want to go. And I promise you, if you continually do this work and you continuously do these methods, you're going to see change. You're going to see improvement. But most importantly, you're going to see change in self. Change in self-esteem, self-thought, abolishing self-doubt, and allowing yourself to move forward in a more balanced state, because this is all about balance. So this is a short video on the summer solstice. I didn't feel like I wanted to take 40 minutes to do this because you guys all have other things to do, and I know that. So I wanted to make it short, but I did want to get a video out here today. So I do hope you enjoyed the video. Please be sure, like, subscribe, leave me a comment, let me know what you think. Now, what am I planning for my next video drop? Well, I've been working on it now for about 4 days, and I'm actually just starting to edit it now. But what I wanted to do was think outside the box, and I went to wish.com, and so I went on there and I looked up some wishy supplies, because across my feeds I've been seeing some things pop up from wish.com where they have a lot of different types of wishy things, but I wanted to see how much they actually had. So I went on, I recorded my screen as I'm doing it, and I picked out a bunch of different types of witchy products and witchy supplies that I ordered. So what we're going to be doing in the next video is actually having some fun looking at what Wish actually has from a witchy standpoint, and actually putting together my shopping list and putting that video out there. Now, I don't know if you've ever ordered from Wish before, but it can take forever to get here, and I didn't really want to wait to drop the video for all of what I bought to come in. So what I've done is put this video together that I'll be dropping probably by Wednesday, and then when I do get all my supplies in, we'll be having a fun unboxing when you'll see the products just as I see the products. I won't touch any boxes until everything comes in. We'll open the boxes together and we'll look at each one of the products together. It's going to be a blast. So I do hope you enjoyed the video. Please be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment, as I said a little bit earlier. Let me know what you think. Let me know what other ideas you might have for some videos. And until next time, most importantly, be well, be safe, and as always, be blessed.